Hi everybody, it's JoJo, and I'm here to do a scary story time. I have the AC on because I'm a little hot tonight. It's a little warm. But I'm going to put on some Dark Kiss body cream by Bath & Body Works. I have my Wicked Apple by Bath & Body Works candle lit. I have my pumpkin spice tea, my pumpkin mug right here. So I want to tell a little scary story tonight. So this is about a werewolf. Yeah, this one's about a werewolf. So recently I've been telling you guys about barking dogs and all this stuff. I was wrong. I don't think it's a barking dog that's going off. I'm about to tell you what I mean by this in a second. So about a month or so ago, I hear this barking, right? But it only happens at night, like in the middle of the night. And it's like, and I hear like, it's like a howl, like a howling type of sound. And you know, I didn't know where it was coming from or what it was coming from. But it sounded like it was coming from the park across the street, because I have a park across my street. So one night, I took a friend, and this was like a week or so ago. I walked to the park with my friend, and we were talking about how beautiful the sky looks and the stars and the moon. It was a full moon out that night. It was so beautiful. But then I was starting to think, I'm like, there's been full moons out recently in the, here, and I started to realize that like the full moon, like whenever there's a full moon, I hear the wolf, right? So I'm thinking like, it may happen again tonight because there's a full moon tonight. So we're walking around the park and we hear nothing. We're probably like, oh, maybe it's not coming from the park. Maybe we should just leave and not even see what the hell this is about. Because I thought it was maybe a dog, homeless, maybe call up the pet shelter. I was trying to help in any way I could. It was like 10 o'clock at night now. My friend was like, yeah, let's just go home, right? I never showed you this, but it looks so scary with the pumpkin mug. Anyway, so we start hearing the howling again. And we're running around the park. There's not many people in the park now because it's really late at night. It's pitch dark. There's a full moon, but that's about it. We're running around the park trying to find where this is coming from. We cannot find a dog or any type of animal. We just hear howling and howling and howling. We don't know where the hell it's coming from, right? So we get to this spot in the park, and there's like blood, and there's like blood specks. And stupid us, we decided to follow the blood, right? We were like, well, where is this blood connected to? Because we didn't know where this blood was connected. I was like, maybe the dog is hurt, and that's why he's howling or barking, because he's sad, he's hurt, and he needs help. We're thinking maybe the blood came from the dog somehow. So we were following the blood. It led us to my house. And I was like, why is the blood leading to my house? But then I realized, I'm like, it's not leading to my house. It's leading to my next door neighbor. And it's leading right to their front gate. Now, these are my new neighbors. I don't know who they are, where they came from. So I'm just like really, really skeptical of what's really going on here. I noticed that I never physically seen the neighbors. I saw them once about the barking dog, and she was very defensive about it. She was a little too defensive about it, and it made me think like she's hiding something, like she's trying to cover up something. Like this isn't over a barking dog. I think there's something else, something more sinister that she's hiding in her house. And I notice late at night, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, I see the lights on in the basement. I don't see the lights on in the house, just the basement. And I hear like this loud like banging going on in the basement, but it's just in the basement. So we're thinking like, what is really going on here? So we're like, well, why does the blood lead us to her house, right? Because I'm thinking like, this has to be some type of shit that we don't know about. Something weird is going on here. So what happened was that me and my friend were trying to figure out where this was coming from. They were like, well, maybe it's a werewolf, but werewolves don't exist. So we were just like, they can't be a werewolf, but it does seem like it is a werewolf. Now, I don't know much about werewolves. My suspicion is it is a human being, but when there's a full moon, they transform into a wolf. But I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, right? So the next day, there was a person found killed in the park. There was a person found killed in the park. She was a little older, in her mid-50s or whatever. She was walking, doing her nightly walk. And I actually saw her in the park. So I know she was there. I remember just seeing her walking and whatever, because there was a picture on the news the next day with the woman and everything. And I was just like, okay, I know I saw her at the park, right? Because she was wearing this lime green like tracksuit. So I knew who it was. Like I recognized the tracksuit. And I was like, well, what happened? Like I was asking my other neighbors, like, do you know what happened in the park last night? They were like, well, supposedly she was eaten by some type of animal. They think it's a dog, but we don't know what kind of dog could have done this. It seemed like it was like she was eaten alive by a bear or something. Like it was like that intense. I was like, okay, so everyone was like, listen, just stay in until we find out where, like, what kind of animal is let loose in the park. We should not go in the park, especially late at night. I was thinking like that blood splatter was coming from the park, from that woman that got killed in the park, leading to my neighbor's house. My neighbor had something to do with this, and I want to know why and what. So I snuck in their backyard 2 nights ago, and luckily they don't have really anything covering the basement window. So I peeked inside. All the while I had my friend on the phone. I said, well, keep quiet, I don't want them to hear us, but I was like, I want you to stay on the phone just in case something happens. You're on the phone with me and you can hear, what's going on. So I'm looking into the window, right? Like around midnight, around the time that this happens. And yeah, so what I saw was this like hairy man. Like he was like handcuffed or like strapped to like this bed. And he was hairy all over, but even like his face and everything, and it was like really, really like, it looked weird. Like he was like laying down, and then there was this man with like a white trench coat on, injecting him with something. And I just was like, oh my god, what the hell is this? I was so fucking afraid. And then I noticed their back door was like chewed into. Like it was like chewed in. Like it looked like some animal or beast like chewed through their back door. And there was like this big like hole like in their back door. And I was just like, oh my god. So I'm thinking like he must escape, whatever this is, escapes through their back door. And I was like, oh my god. I was just like, what I saw was like, it was really freaking me out. So I'm like, okay, I've seen enough. I ran back to my house. I locked the doors. I texted my dad. I said, do you know anything about the new neighbors? Anything at all that you can tell us? Because I need to know. There's something really weird going on right now. And he just was like, all I know is that the mother is a stay-at-home mom to their 12-year-old daughter, and the father works at some type of laboratory. He's like some type of science teacher, a science professor. And I was like, oh my god. I'm like, okay, so there's some type of mad scientist living next door to me. So, and what did you know? Later that night, I heard the howling again. I heard the howling. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm still confused. What I think and what I'm going to speculate is that the next door neighbors is doing some type of weird, freaky experiment on someone in the basement. I don't know who it is. Maybe someone from his workplace, someone from work. I have no idea. I don't know all the details yet. What I saw is, something definitely weird is going on. So some type of scientist, and he's testing something on human beings. I don't know what it is. Whatever it is making this person animalistic and making this other person crazy. And they escape the laboratory in the basement and they go to the park and they start howling and eating people in the park. I do think it's a werewolf living next door to me. That's what I think. I don't think it's a dog. I don't think it's a serial killer killing people in the park. I think it was this animal I'm hearing, and I think it is a werewolf. And I think that whatever they're doing in the basement is illegal, obviously, and they're going. I don't know what he's thinking. He must have saw the news. He needs to stop this experiment. I'm afraid to go over and talk to them. I don't want to talk to them. I don't hear the howling every single night. There hasn't been a murder since, but I've heard people say that they found dead squirrels and another dead dog and stuff. So this werewolf is eating animals in the park, and he ate that woman that one night. So it's really scary. It's really scaring me. I don't hear the howling every single night. It's only when there's a full moon out. Only when there's a full moon. And I'm hoping that this neighbor of mine stops his experiments, because if he doesn't, this could get really out of hand and more people could die. Whatever is going on, the werewolf or this person stumbles back to their basement, and I don't know what his end game is. I don't know if he's doing this to see what the experiment can take, what it can do. Like, I don't know if he's with the werewolf when this is happening. I don't know. I just know that he's doing some freaky shit in his basement, and this werewolf is alive, and he's haunting this neighborhood and scaring everyone half to death here. So he needs to, if this doesn't stop, I will go to the police, and I'll say you have to check the basement, check his basement. There's something in that basement that's dark and sinister, and you need to figure it out, because I'm left confused and stumped. I don't know what it is, and I'm really fucking confused as to what it really could be. I'm hoping that he's not sticking this werewolf or dog or beast or whatever out on people purposely in the park. I'm hoping that whole thing was an accident. I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to keep the thing alive, so he's like, okay, well, let me feed him in the park. I don't know. I'm stumped. I'm confused. I'm scared. Just pray for me and hope that I figure out what was really going on in that house next door. Actually, the house behind me. I don't know if you can see the light lit. Oh my god! Like, I hope they're not like looking through my window and seeing me. That's another thing. I don't know if they saw me that night. I don't think they did. I don't think they did, because I was really quiet. But I don't know. Like, I know they can't hear me, but it's just like, what happens if like they see me in my bedroom or something, and like or they hear me one day talking about it, you know, to the neighbors or something, or to the other neighbors, like I don't know if they know we're on to them, if they saw us in the park that night and they know we're on to them. I have no idea. So I'm really, really afraid, and I try to keep the blinds closed. I do not want the neighbors to see me. God forbid if they have some type of vendetta against me, or if they don't like me somehow, or something pisses them off about me, they can stick this beast or whatever they have on me, and I'm like, I'll be left dead at that point. I'll be eaten alive. So I'm hoping to God that this stops. I will keep you guys updated, and the police will get called. The police are getting called. I am not kidding. I am not kidding. I'm afraid to even look at the house anymore. I don't even want to look at the house because I don't even want to find anything else. I don't want to find anything else. I don't even want to look at what's going on in that house. That's the thing. You don't know what's going on in someone's house. Like you don't know where the neighbors are. And I realized that this started happening once the neighbors moved in. The howling and the shit in the park and everything started happening once they moved in. I knew it. It has to be connected. I knew it had to be connected to them somehow. Anyways, I love you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this scary story time. More scary story times to come, and stay tuned because I'm definitely keep you updated on this one. There might be a part 2 to this video, honestly. And I'll let you know how this story ends. But for right now, it's to be continued. Hopefully they catch this wild beast, a werewolf or whatever the hell it is, and that's it. Put a stop to it. Okay. Well, I love you guys, and have a good night. Bye.